Most people think the secret to wealth is working harder, but it's actually about one simple shift: what are you giving before you ask? Today's story of a struggling street guitarist proves that when you stop seeking pity and start offering value, your entire destiny changes. Once in a crowded bus terminal, where engines coughed and crowds drifted, a struggling street guitarist tried to survive by playing the same tired melody for loose change. He believed he had no skills beyond strumming, and each day reflected that belief. Who would notice a worn-out tune when everyone rushed to catch their rides? He played because he felt he had nothing else. Yet deep down, he wondered if his life would ever shift. Could one conversation redirect his future? One humid afternoon, as commuters hurried beneath flickering lights, a poised consultant paused near him. She didn't toss a coin. Instead, she asked, "Is your music only about receiving? What value do you give before asking?" Her question startled him. No one had challenged him like that. His fingers froze on the strings, and a ripple of unease ran through him. He replied hesitantly that he needed money to eat, and his only tool was the guitar. The consultant nodded, not mocking him, but offering a concept: exchange. She suggested that dignity and trade go hand in hand, and if he wanted more, he must give more. Then she left on her bus, disappearing into the haze. That night, he lay awake on a bench, thinking. Her words echoed. If he wished to receive, he must create genuine value. But what could he possibly add? The question tormented him until sunrise. For 2 days, he touched no strings. He watched people. He studied which performers gathered crowds, and which ones remained invisible. Observation sparked something. He realized people didn't merely want background noise, they wanted emotion, experience, and connection. On the third day, he added spoken stories between songs, sharing moments of hope and adversity. At first, reactions were mild, but then a teenager smiled and dropped extra coins. Soon others followed. Adding stories wasn't enough. He needed a tangible symbol. Nearby, a craft stall discarded scraps of cardboard. He gathered them, cut them into small bookmark-sized strips, and wrote short uplifting phrases. When listeners offered coins, he handed a bookmark in return. The change was immediate. Passers-by paused, smiled, and felt included. Some returned just to collect new messages. He saw a pattern: when he shared meaningful value, donations increased. When bookmarks ran out, interest dipped. 1 week later, the consultant returned. Recognizing her, he approached confidently and presented a bookmark with pride. She exchanged a generous bill, acknowledging his growth. She praised his shift from passive receiving to intentional contribution. We earn abundance when we offer genuine value. Her encouragement anchored him. Months passed. He refined his craft, learned new chords, and replaced cardboard with sturdier materials. He painted small symbols, turning each bookmark into art. The bus terminal transformed from a place of despair into a launch pad. He saved enough to rent a tiny workshop and left the terminal behind. Could he truly build a business from such humble beginnings? The uncertainty nagged him, yet belief steered him forward. He took small risks, sold bookmarks and personalized requests, and provided live performances at community events. Half a year later, in that same terminal, 2 well-dressed individuals met. One was the former guitarist, now a successful entrepreneur who supplied handcrafted items to bookstores and cafes. The consultant barely recognized him until he spoke with familiar warmth. She was stunned by his transformation. He explained that he wasn't merely a street performer anymore, he was a creator and merchant. He had always possessed potential, he simply needed to recognize it. Life's turning points sometimes arrive disguised as questions. When someone challenges our assumptions, how do we respond? Do we shut down, or do we examine ourselves? The guitarist learned that identity governs effort, and effort shapes outcome. When he viewed himself as helpless, his world shrank. When he embraced capability, opportunities multiplied. Change the story within, and you reshape your path. His journey urges us to reflect. How often do we limit ourselves by ignoring our strengths? Why do we downplay our talents? If we offer support, creativity, passion, or kindness, we invite rewarding exchanges. And if we stop believing we have nothing to share, we stop living small. With belief, strategy, and consistent action, extraordinary results follow. Even a bus terminal can become a classroom for ambition. The guitarist's success wasn't magic, it was mindset plus value. He practiced, observed, adapted, and persisted. His bookmark symbolized respect for his audience. People didn't pay from pity, they paid for meaning. Today, his thriving business funds music lessons for disadvantaged youth. He performs not for survival, but for joy. And when he hears another struggling artist, he asks the same question that awakened him: what are you giving before you ask? It is a gentle challenge, not an insult. We are not defined by our starting point. We are defined by our vision and effort. If you believe you are incapable, you may never attempt more. But if you acknowledge your hidden talents, even faint ones, you can shape a brighter outcome. Remember, your potential is not determined by circumstance, but by perception. When we adjust our thoughts, we adjust our decisions. When we adjust our decisions, we adjust our lives. True growth rarely arrives overnight, it arrives through steady refinement, honest feedback, and courageous experimentation. Each setback the guitarist faced taught him patience, while each small victory taught him confidence. He learned to listen to his audience, shaping his music and products around genuine needs instead of assumptions. Fear never vanished, but courage grew stronger. When strangers encouraged him, he accepted support without shame. When critics doubted him, he used doubt as fuel. Community, persistence, vision, and humility combined to create lasting progress. This principle extends to all of us. Transformation requires belief, effort, adaptability, and willingness to serve. Our potential expands when we serve others sincerely and creatively. Purpose empowers direction. Progress demands consistent resilience. If this story inspired you, please like the video and support my channel. Share it with someone who may need encouragement. Never forget, awareness shapes destiny. Subscribe for more stories that encourage reflection and resilience. See you soon with new lessons and fresh insights. Remain centered and hopeful.